More and more Americans are relying on internet speed and connectivity, especially the millions who have traded offices for working at home. Now, throughout this pandemic, 5G has been in the spotlight, not only for its potential to support the new normal of remote work, learning, and living, but also due to consumer confusion and misperceptions and perhaps myths surrounding the technology, and even one dangerous 5G coronavirus conspiracy theory.
We'll try to break it down with you. Dr. Paul Carter is the CEO of Global Wireless Solutions and joining us on the KOGO News Live line. Good morning, Dr. Carter.
Good morning. It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. So let's start with the conspiracy theory about 5G. Can you explain it and where this got started?
Well, it's hard to know exactly where it got started, but obviously, people are in an unsettling time with COVID and with not being able to go to work and travel and so on. And I think what's happened is you have a combination of a variety of things, such as social media, which enables you to put a conspiracy theory out and immediately share it with the world. I think at the same time, you've got 5G coming on air in the US and in other countries. There's this uncertainty regarding 5G providers such as Huawei, which, rooted in China. There's obviously COVID rooted in China. I think people have been putting all these things together and adding up one and one and getting 6 or 7. So I think it's been a lot of things happening at the same time that's caused this confusion and allowed the conspiracy theories.
So explain to somebody who might not really know, what is 5G?
Right. Well, 5G, quite simply put, is the 5th generation of the wireless networks. Currently, we're on 4G, where we use our smartphones every day, and we have, dozens of apps on our smartphones, and those are using 4G. That's been around for about 10 years. Prior to that, it was 3G, and prior to that, 2G and 1G. 1G was started, first generation wireless in around about the 1980s, and every 10 years or so, we've migrated to the next generation. Each new generation brings advantages. From 1G to 2G, it was analog to digital voice, and then from 2G to 3G, it was the start of data, and now, of course, we're used to this higher speed data. 5G promises to change all of our experience and not just offer higher speeds, but lower latency. So if you want to do real-time gaming or real-time virtual reality and telehealth and autonomous cars, all of these things promise to come along with 5G.
Are we in the United States behind on 5G, and when are we going to see that rolled out in a serious way across this country?
I don't think the U.S. is behind the rest of the world. There are probably 2 or 3 dozen countries that have started to deploy 5G. The deployment of any new technology takes time, particularly a wireless technology. And the U.S. is a very big country, and it takes a long time to roll out a technology across the country. But in a meaningful way, 5G exists today across much of the U.S. Across, for AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. They've all deployed beginnings of 5G. In San Diego itself, you have 5G from all of those 3 wireless operators. So but it is a process that's going to take some time to get all of the advantages that I mentioned earlier. That's going to take a few years, and some of that is regulation. And some of it is other services and applications need to be developed around 5G. When you think of 5G in a way is just a network, just the brain, if you like, of what we're going to be using. But all these other things, the autonomous cars in particular, they need to be developed in parallel with the network. So it's not an instantaneous change and transition, but this will take time, and the U.S. I think is well positioned to take advantage of that.
Dr. Paul Carter, CEO of Global Wireless Solutions, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, you're very welcome.